All right. Good morning, everyone. It is day 80 of my juice fast. I have approximately 10 more days. And I know they're going to fly by because this week is Thanksgiving. And then next Thursday is like the day. 90 days. Woo! I swear 90 days flies by when you're not doing anything, when you have no goals. But some of these days flew by, some of them drug by, but we got through them. That's honestly the point. Man, like it feels surreal. I've tried to do this so many times. This is my third attempt. I won't even say attempt anymore because I'm not attempting. Like, I'm doing this shit. Somebody would have to force feed me to get me to eat before my 90th day. And the first time, or the first attempt was crazy. 28 days. I didn't even have a reason. My wife was just like, want to do a 90-day juice fast? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I like a challenge, not understanding what it really entailed and took. And so, yeah, we got to day 28. And then day 28, we was like, let's go to Cane's. We never tried Cane's before, seeing all types of TikToks hyping it up. Got us wanting the shit. And it was nasty. And then we went and got a pizza. Ate the whole entire thing, like a super large pizza too. And ended up diarrheaing like on a 3.5 mile walk, like halfway through, and had to take the shirt off my back to wipe my ass. So lessons learned in that attempt. Then my wife again was like, you want to do a juice fast? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I really want to get to 90 days though this time. Like, let's really do this shit. Like, no faking. And we got to day 56, or she got to day 55, but I got to day 56, and man, she quit, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not finna watch you eat. I'm not finna watch you eat while I'm like struggling to stay on the juice fast. Like, if you off, I'm off. So it took one day. It took one day for me to be like, fuck this. Broke it with a cucumber salad though, at least. Didn't do anything crazy. Well, that's not even true, because about a month later, I didn't go crazy, but like there were some things that I wanted because I knew I was gonna give them up for good. Like a hamburger. I had 4 hamburgers, I think, within the month of March, which is more than I ever would have had, like, just in general. I never made hamburgers. I just only got them out when I went out to eat, and it was like sometimes. So, and god damn, the first one took me out. My stomach hurt so bad. I felt like a hospital patient, just laying in bed waiting for the pain to pass. And yeah, then I went and did it 3 more times, but the pain, like, my body got used to it again, so each time was less and less painful. But yeah, by the 4th one, I was just like, yeah, it's time. And we played around at restaurants and did all sorts of things. And then I was like, I had a breathwork class that opened me up to like the importance of oxygen in my body and what it does for me. And so I was like learning about oil, fat, and how that makes it a little hard for oxygen to get through. So then I was like, all right, well, time to let oil go. Like, I'm looking for the tippy top tier of health, whatever the hell that is. That's where I'm headed. So I was like, okay. First of all, though, hold on. Can y'all see that? Look at that. That's gorgeous. Then I got this big thing behind me. Okay, back to the topic at hand. yeah, I learned about oil and just like how it destroys the cells of the mitochondria, and how if there's more oil in your body, more fat, that's less oxygen, less energy, less breath. So I was like, all right, gotta let oil go. And I hadn't been using it in my, like when we cooked at home, but like anytime we went out and got food, even though we kept it vegan, like a lot of these things were fried or drenched in oil, like hummus or falafel. I don't know what else because I can't remember, but like just everything's fried, even like plantains. And then if it wasn't fried, it's like it's drizzled in oil, uncooked. It's like raw, but then drizzled in oil. So I was like, God damn, I didn't realize how much oil was really that I was consuming. And then like I never thought about it, that it's a processed food, like one of the most processed foods, and how detrimental it was to my health. I just kind of, it was so normalized to me, I didn't even see it. Like I was blind to it. I never even saw it until that breathwork class opened my eyes. But then I was like, I'm going to Costa Rica. I want to have fun. So I didn't let it go until after, which prompted this juice fast. So these whole 90 days I've been clearing oil out my system, which was one of the reasons I actually started it to begin with. Like all this other stuff happened as a, byproduct, which I'm really grateful for. But it all started as me trying to just clear oil out my body. It's kind of crazy. And then to think too, like all like the amount of seeds that it would take to get that much oil, like say avocado oil, like that would be more than anybody would ever eat in one sitting. Like first of all, nobody's eating an avocado seed. And if you were trying to extract oil from it, you would never extract as much as people are drizzling and putting all over, avocado toast or whatever it may be, your tabbouleh, your hummus. So, yeah, that's what sparked this journey this time. And I guess it was enough. It wasn't enough because obviously the same temptations were there. Food. My wife ended up leaving on day 45 of the juice fast. She's actually back on it now though until the 4th. So she's doing the last 2 weeks with me. Mostly because she said she went back to eating and she was starting to feel stagnant again, like sluggish, and she didn't like it. So she was like, yeah, I'm coming back on the juice fast with you. I got to figure something out. Like, she doesn't think she can eat on a daily basis. Oh, she's over there too. Y'all see her? I don't know if you can see her little cute tiny ass. But yeah, so I guess I don't know what's coming for me when I get off this juice fast, because she's talking about she can't eat every day. I felt like a fucking horse when it came to me eating. Like, I overate almost at every meal. So I'm like, whoa, hold on. I might not be going back to eating on a daily basis, which is fine by me. I actually just saw somebody on TikTok who eats every other day, which I thought was pretty neat and might be something I do, or, still, but really I don't know if he created it, but like that's clearly what works for them. So I might do some shit like that. So we'll see. But for right now, I'm just excited to have some steamed potato and some steamed asparagus or broccoli or Brussels sprouts. I'm really not going to be too picky. I'm just excited. I don't know. When I did that 2-day dry fast, when I had that juice, it was like honestly so disappointing because my throat burned so bad. So I was like using the past to create my future, and the future was not like that. So when I had that juice, I wanted that juice so bad after those 2 days, and it was so like disappointing. I was like, wow, all that 2 days thinking about juice, and then I get it, and it wasn't even enjoyable for like the first hour. And it really got me thinking like how much energy I'm putting in the past on how foods tasted and just because they did like that in my past doesn't mean they will in my now. And I'm like, man, I hope I'm not hyping everything up and that it's not just like some big disappointment when I finally take a bite. But I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get there. But anywho, I'm rambling. So this is day 80. I got 10 more days. I'll probably be back on day 80. I'll probably be back on day 90 to, of course, show off what the fuck I'm finna eat and how I feel. Because when I ate before, those other times of my juice fast, my mouth felt really weird. Things kind of hurt because obviously, like, I hadn't had anything other than liquid for an extended period of time. So, like, the roof of my mouth and everything wasn't accustomed to all the different textures. So I'm gonna keep it pretty soft. Anyway, much love, happy healing.